It is the third match of the Rugby Championship, and it's a rematch of the game that opened up the series last weekend. It's the Wallabies up against the All Blacks, but things have changed. We're across the ditch, and we're at the home of the Super Rugby champions, the Hurricanes. That's right, it's Westpac Stadium, where we will face off for the second test in the Bledisloe Cup Series. It's Australia travelling away to face the All Blacks at home. Hello everyone and welcome back along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Rugby Championship / Bledisloe Cup Series. This is the third match of the Rugby Championship, and the All Blacks, you can see their starting 15 for this game here, has had a few little tweaks and changes heading into this game. Most notably along the front row, Moody will start on the loose head side of the front row, and he'll be partnered by Dane Coles returning back to the starting lineup. The team throughout the forward pack remains the same, and into the back line we see our first real newcomer to this All Blacks team. It's Leonard Brown, who starts at inside centre, and he'll be partnering Malakai Fekitoa. Changes on the wings as well, with Julian Savia on the left, Israel Dag on the right, and Ben Smith returning back to fullback. For the Wallabies, they took a bit of a thrashing last weekend, and they've got a lot to change if they want to turn things around from that result on their own homeland. They've made a few changes as well. They've got Coleman coming into the second row to start alongside Douglas. Vardy comes back into the back row alongside Hooper and Pocock, but in the back line it's all changes. Cooper will start at number 10. Oh, the infamous Quade Cooper starting back again at Westpac Stadium. Foley moves to 12, and he'll be partnering Karevi. Adam Ashley Cooper on the right, Haley Petty the left, and Israel Folau at fullback. The two teams look set to go for this one. The Bledisloe Cup ultimately on the line for the Wallabies. So it'll be the All Blacks kicking off. And you've got to think the Wallabies will be targeting that new man in the midfield, Anton Leonard-Brown. You can see him there right beside Bowden Barrett as we look set to get underway. Bledisloe 2 and the Rugby Championship vital points on offer here for these two sides. The Wallabies, they need to get back in the game as they're pulling it in straight away. And it's Coleman into his work very early on. Stephen Moore now takes the one-up tackle. And it's from his opposite number as well, Dane Coles. Oh, and this is snowball! Back it comes the All Blacks. Aaron Smith away to Barrett. Barrett gets a dodgy ball. Fekitoa around the outside. Sam Cane all the way to the corner. Sam Cane goes into touch. Never really had control of that, Sam Cane. Was always looking up rather than into the corner. And Israel Folau had no real troubles tapping him over the in-goal dead ball line. There is what could have been the first touch for Leonard Brown, but instead it's Israel Dag. Barrett pulls it back, intercepted, and the Wallabies come away with this. Advantage to the All Blacks, so forward pass. It is coming from the hands of Douglas this time. Forward pass, there it was from Stephen Moore, but you could argue that both teams having chances now.
Set.
Scrum feed All Blacks. Aaron Smith feeds it in. Oh, good hit too from the men in black, and Kieran Reid, the captain, goes on a wee scamper. The ball squirts free, and it's dropping ahead from the Wallabies players as they come charging through that loose passage. Here is Moody. Wide for Dag. Dag around the outside, Haley Petty, and Haley Petty puts him into touch. Well, Dag and Smith, some of the better fullbacks going around World Rugby these days. Here comes the steal from Kane. Here is Leonard Brown running free. He goes to Barrett, and Bowden Barrett, he's got the wheels. Looks wide for Fekitoa. The pass is dreadful as they tried to feed the big bus of Julian Savia for his first passenger of the day. But the ball finds touch. So another Wallaby line out. This time is Stephen Moore again to throw in. Gets it to the back. It's nicely put down from Hooper. Karevi looks wide, and again Haley Petty slips it in for Scott Vardy, and Vardy hits it up towards halfway. Guinea. Dodgy customer when he's at his best. Is Will Guinea. Kepu looks wide. Nice run off Pocock there. It's knocked on this time is Karevi. was almost away. The slip inside for Quade Cooper. Could have found the magic. There was Karevi switching play with Cooper.
Bind.
17 minutes gone. Neither team on the scoreboard yet, but both could argue they've had their chances to do it. Oh, the Wallabies. Big shove on there. They'll turn this ball over, will they? Surely they've got the advantage in the scrum. And they do. Will Guinea. He's got it now. He looks left. Big pass wide. Look, finding Haley Petty. Inside pass. Beautiful dab from Foley. Finding Hooper. And it's Kane who pulls him down. The All Blacks numbers there, but they don't get the ball. Karevi. Oh, big tackle there on Pocock. Surely you'd imagine that to be a turnover, but the Wallabies have done well to come away with it. Great from Animation Cooper. He splits away from the would-be tackle of Savia. Here's Animation Cooper again, but Ben Smith saves the day. Well, Animation Cooper, we know the history that he has with this Wallabies jumper. Such a fantastic servant for Australian rugby. Everyone's left this behind. Kaino comes away with it for Reid. Here's Anton Leonard Brown away to Katoa. Would have been easier to catch it, but he spills the ball and the Wallabies have another chance. Well, if there was a time you needed to hang on, I think that was it right there.
Crouch. Fine.
He had split in between Haley Petty and Karevi. And now Guinea has the feed. The Wallaby scrum stands up strong this time. Gets a good hit too. Very, very staunch from the Wallabies on the 22. They go open side, away to the right. Skipping out a couple before Animation Cooper slips it back to Hooper.
Release.
Not many All Blacks throw numbers in there at all. And oh, Bruno Foley gets hammered for his troubles. Now it's there for CO. Guinea changes play away to his captain, Stephen Moore. Slow ball for Guinea again, but Karevi again changes direction. But oh, Cooper! Great magic work from Clay Cooper! And Hooper gets the room on the inside of the 22. Slow numbers for the All Blacks. Karevi. Back it goes. Folau. Oh, knock on from the Wallabies. Again, when it would have been easier for them to score. Kane away to Coles, and Dane Coles makes inroads away to Fikatoa. He squirts out the back, advantage over as the Wallabies all pick it up. And I think it's Vardy, isn't it, who gets hammered into touch. So a topsy-turvy game, this one very early on. 0-0 still on the 22 with 4 minutes to go. Coles throws in, missed by everyone. Not straight is the call. And Dane Coles will get pinged for it. Well, opportunity now for the Wallabies with just 3 minutes to go.
Crouch.
Brendan Foley and Captain Stephen Moore, they opt for the scrum as their set piece choice. And a very good Wallaby scrum it is too. Quickly delivering the ball to the back. Guinea. No way through there at all for Karevi. That's a dreadful set play. Second phase. No room out here at all either for the Wallabies, but shrugging away one. It's a good run from Douglas, and now it's Dane Haley Petty. Looking for it still, the Wallabies. Pocock, he's driven backwards as well. They're going slightly sideways as Foley. Haley Petty changes his mind. Oh! Craig Cooper's, he's absolutely got rid of Anton Leonard Brown. And the big chance now for the Wallabies. Oh, man, tackle. Wide. Numbers to burn for Australia. No! What a try saver. Malachi Fikatoa has just done the unthinkable as Quade Cooper played some twinkle toes around the debutants. What a first half we've had. The All Blacks did it from the start. The Wallabies took over. But amazingly, we are all tied up at 0-0 at the halftime break. Neither team unable to break the deadlock. Hopefully some points in the second half. Stats fairly even. Wallabies getting the nudge on territory. The All Blacks with the possession. All in all, though, not too much between them. Tackle count firmly with the All Blacks. 33 to just 16. That is over double that of the Wallabies. Line breaks, important stat, 4 by New Zealand, just 3 by Australia. 0-0, you could not get a better place to start a second half. Who will score first in the second and who will score first for the match? This one is still up in the air here in Wellington. Back to the second half, back to Bernard Foley. And the Wallabies still in this match, there's no doubt about that. As up goes Kane and down goes Kane. Wallabies showing the numbers this breakdown. They could steal it here. They really fancy their chances and they get it straight back. Ball goes away to Kepu and Guinea is caught and great little exchange of passes here. Karevi finally goes to ground for Australia. Wow, there's no ball here at all for the All Blacks. That's a big smashing tackle there. Brodie Retallick has taken him down with some real force inside to Cooper. They switch around. Coleman eventually gets it. Now it is Scott Seo who goes to ground. Still ball here of the Wallabies as they come wide for Hayla Petty. Inside ball, Karevi. Now's a chance for Australia. They go back in again. And it finally goes to ground with Coleman. Well, if anyone's going to score here, it looks to be Australia. Hayla Petty can't get through there. Kepu goes away and no room through for Douglas. Still sits up. Wide width, looking for that explosive break. No one at all is going to break down the penalty of the All Blacks. Will Guinea, the guilty party, just couldn't get that change up going. Changes here for the Wallabies. Seo coming off for slipper. Looks to be the only one on the 50-minute mark. Here's Barrett, knows this ground very, very well. Oh, and he had to use every inch of experience there. Just get that one to find a touch. So it is a line out to the All Blacks. Just 3-man going for this one. One jumper, Retallick. And he's hit his man, Aaron Smith, away to Barrett. Hasn't featured much. Oh, Barrett! He carves him to ribbons! Again, he does it twice! Oh, and Julian Savea! What a try! Highlight reel stuff from the All Blacks. If you want to create a set play, give someone a videotape of that and say, this is how you do set piece. Bang! And then bang again! One of the best defenders around in Israel Folau is smoked, especially in this Wallabies camp at least. Commits fully and gets blitzed by Beauden Barrett. Oh, Quade Cooper at his defensive best. And the offload as well to a storming Julian Savea. That is clinical. That is beautiful to watch. One of the best I've seen in recent times. So simple and so effective as well. It didn't go out past the first receiver. And that's all it needed to do. Barrett created. And he finishes as well, getting the conversion at 7-0. The All Blacks lead the Wallabies. Well, it took a while to come. But you got to say that was well and truly worth it. One of the best set-piece tries you'll see in the Rugby Championship this season. Kickoff in the way again. Foley goes down to Kane, who's hammered. And turnover ball. Karevi's done the magic again.
Release.
All Blacks looking for numbers there. They don't find them at all. Another great tackle. This is going to be a turnover. Jerome Kaino, thank you very much, he says. Whitelock in support. Reed. Oh no, there's numbers here. It's Leonard Brown. Back to Savea. One jump into touch. He couldn't get away. Well, he scored one try, but really a one-on-one like that, you'd expect him to do a little bit better. Near halfway, just inside All Blacks territory, they go to Hooper at the back and he feeds the ball out. Now Quade Cooper looks to get those toes stepping. Hayla Petty does well, gets it to Karevi, but Leonard Brown is well and truly onto him. Quickly the ball is recycled. Beautiful cut-out pass. Hey, out wide it goes. Bernard Foley. Just gets that beautifully on the up on his run. Hits it at speed and dissects through that All Blacks defence. Another three-man line out. Last time we seen this, it was a blistering play from Beauden Barrett. Will we see more of that? No. This time he goes to Jerome Kaino, and he slices straight through. Wide for Kane. Up it goes Malakai Fikatawa, and it should be goodbye and good night. A second try for the All Blacks. Off another short line out. This is miraculous play. Well, they have some special plays up their sleeve to the All Blacks. World Rugby, take note. This is how you do set-piece rugby. And you'd have to say that pass should have gone probably to Julian Savea. The man of the wheels, the man with the finishing, but Fikatawa will take that every chance he can get. Too many numbers, the All Blacks. That's just it, they had too many men over. Something you don't often see as a problem for most international sides. But the All Blacks just that good at the moment that every post is an absolute winner. And when you have an extra two men outside your overlap, it's always good news for the finishing touch. So here is Beauden Barrett. Strikes this one. Oh, a little bit tame, in fact. And it's fallen short. Well, how about that? 12-0. Barrett's missed in his home patch of grass. And the All Blacks lead isn't as big as it should and could be. 11 minutes to go on this one. Brendan Foley and his side really have been blitzed off the park, especially at set-piece time by this All Blacks team. Here is Elena Brown away. Fikatawa does well. Here's Israel Dag. Oh, big high shot from Will Genia. An instantly yellow card by the referee. Stephen Moore comes running over to give an argument as to why that's happened. But you really can't even, can you? It's despicable stuff from the little scrum half. And Beauden Barrett, with not much of an angle to work with, cracks this one away off his boot and gets a pretty good return for it as well. Well, you got to fear this All Black side when they go to three-man lineouts, as they have yet again. Does well. Barrett, what's on his tricks this time? Kaino, big pass out. They're just going to do conventional. Kane, nicely. Oh, missed by three players. And somehow into touch. And Brown, the man guilty of taking that last touch as it went through his legs. Nutmegs himself. Well done, Anton. Stephen Moore, captain for the Wallabies. 4 minutes to go. He'll have the line out and he gets it to the middle nicely. Cooper's playing scrum half. Doesn't quite know really what to do with himself. Nice inside ball. Finds Foley and he slips it back to Vardy.
Release.
All Blacks numbers. Almost too much of the first impact of that breakdown. Hayler Petty again. Stripped up by Sam Cane. And Beauden Barrett has stolen the ball. Wallabies, so plenty of numbers there, but annoyed by losing that ball in the first place. Steal it straight back. Here's Adam Ashley Cooper. Great pass back inside. Savea is wandering around. I don't know what he's really trying to do there, but the ball comes to halt right on halfway. Now they got width again. Oh, Sam Cane. He does well out there with Dane Coles. Great ball, though. Finds Pocock. Round the corner nicely. It's a big chance. Really big chance for Coleman. He's dragged down by Savea and the penalty goes. Wow, there's 4 black jerseys there. They were all over him. And there's not a huge amount he could do about it. Back on the field comes Will Genia. And what's the call here from the Orb? Oh, they're going to tap it. They could finish this match right here, but they want another one. They're going to give the entertainment to the crowd. The crowd of Wellington, who already celebrate having a Super Rugby winning franchise. Oh, the pass for Dag did not go to hand. And now a big shot there on Pocock. Franks steals the ball. Whitelock gets it back for Katoa. Straightens things up. He's got support. It's outside. Israel Dag. Away goes from Israel Folau. That'll be the finish of it. The two Izzies. Round the post they go. And into the try goes Dag to finish it off. To give the final word. The All Blacks are so dominant over the Wallabies in this home game. They retain the Bledisloe. And they put a big exclamation mark on their start of the Rugby Championship. It all took the second half to get it done. Malakai Fikatawa has been outstanding. But Israel Dag gets the final say, he gets the last laugh, and he'll be a happy little camper with 14 on his back. Well, contentious man. Some love him, some hate him, but he's in the All Blacks and he's scored a great try that has put the final nail in the coffin of the Wallabies. Here's Beauden Barrett to shut the lid, and he does exactly that. 19-0 will be the final score here. Westpac Stadium, they are happy with what they have seen, and there goes full time. The Bledisloe is wrapped up for another year, and the All Blacks have given the Wallabies another comprehensive beating. They were better than what we saw last week, but still very far from the standard of the men in black. What do they have to do next? They have to go back, they have to face South Africa, they have to face Argentina and see if they can really stretch themselves to even compete for this competition. 19-0, they've gone down. A horror start for the Wallabies. 3 tries to zip. Julian Savea, Malachi Fekitoa and Israel Dag with 1 apiece. Beauden Barrett 2 out of 3 from the tee. Australia didn't manage anything whatsoever. Full-time stats, the Wallabies hung on to the territory 58% in the end, but the All Blacks had the possession 57%. The line breaks were thick and fast in the second half as well, 10-6. The All Blacks took that one out in the end comfortably with 4 extra line breaks, which did give them a tasty little advantage. The set piece though was absolutely phenomenal, and as you saw, 2 of those tries coming from just outstanding line out plays. Well, that wraps us up for today. I hope you've enjoyed this 3rd Rugby Championship matchup. I'm sorry there hasn't been much on the channel over the last week. As you can probably tell, my voice is still a little shot. I've pretty much had no voice over the last week, so I've struggled to get anything recorded, but still, we're not going away. There's plenty more coming up as per usual. Just a little on the ill side over the last week, so hoping to crack on, push that to one side and get back well and fit and back to the usual schedule. We've got the contract talks for Nathan Nichols being pro as well coming up very, very soon. More for the Rugby Championship and all sorts of other goodies coming your way. So keep an eye out for all that. And thank you for your patience as I try to get myself back and ready for more rugby action. But until next time, thanks for watching and take care.